I never imagined making this video explaining my year-long absence. I never imagined it because I never thought I'd take a break. But here we are. Well, hello there, and welcome back to This Domesticated Diva. My name is Megan, and if you're new here, I am inspiring women to embrace a sense of adventure and become their best selves. So if that sounds like your cup of joe, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and come along for the ride. I took a long, unintentional break from my channel, as you can clearly see, and I feel like I owe you a bit of an explanation. So let's recap the last, 10 or so months of what's been going on in my life, shall we? Let's see. Where did we leave off? Oh, that's right, moving. So after hastily packing up our entire home, our family set across the country to move yet again, this time COVID style. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Road trips are way more fun with continental breakfast and pit stops. So keep that in mind if you're planning your own cross-country move / road trip. But that being said, we did make the most of it. And side note, I vlogged the entire thing, so those videos will be coming. I just can't promise you exactly when, and this video will explain exactly why. While we're on the topic of this video, you'd really help me out by clicking the like button so that more people can see this video. After arriving at our new home, we had the challenge of getting settled in with no internet for a month. Now I fully blame Cox for not getting those moving vlogs edited earlier, because in that first month I had nothing but time on my hand, but nothing to do. Well, that's when things started to rapidly change. The Vegas heat took a real toll on me, which took me by surprise considering we were coming from South Florida and we no longer had the humidity as a factor. And then I started to get really sick, and through my panic, I joked to my husband that I was either needing to go to the hospital or I was pregnant. Well, joke's on me.
So we kind of made a joke about something the other day that, in a hilarious turn of events, has turned into reality.
Yep. It's actually become quite true.
We just found out something yesterday. We're gonna have another baby. Yeah! Mommy has a baby growing in her tummy right now, which is why I've been so sick.
I didn't even know.
What do you think?
My husband's panicking.
Welcome to our reality.
As if a cross-country move and a worldwide pandemic didn't make making friends difficult enough, we had to add Prego-Mago to the mix. Since I wasn't part of the YouTube scene with my previous pregnancies, let me clue you in. With both my previous pregnancies, I had hyperemesis, and this one proved to be no different. Around like the 5 to 7 week mark, the nausea came out of nowhere and smacked me in the face. The day I got that positive pregnancy test was the beginning of my morning ritual with the porcelain throne. And then I went through a couple months of depression, which, if I'm being honest, feels like the worst possible thing to admit when talking about a pregnancy. But the reality was that on top of being a stranger in a new town and feeling incredibly sick with a surprise pregnancy, not knowing anyone, distance learning, and mourning the loss of our Florida friends and church, like, it just became too much for me. I didn't recognize any aspect of my life anymore, and I had zero outlet. But I literally remember the moment that everything began to change. Because this was a surprise pregnancy, we had no idea on our dates. So at my first midwife appointment, she pulled out that little ultrasound machine. And when I first saw that heartbeat, those little feet, the little hand by the mouth, it was like the first time in months that I felt like everything was gonna be okay. And then my sweet midwife, she promised she would do everything in her power to help me get my hyperemesis under control. And I actually felt a hope that that would happen. That first glimpse of my baby reminded me that it wasn't just endless days of misery, that there was this little miracle at the end. Through a lot of trial and error, we did find something that helped with my hyperemesis, and for that I am so grateful, because it helped me not only get back to myself a little bit, but it helped me to actually enjoy moments of my pregnancy, to enjoy my kids during the pregnancy. But yeah, let's see what else. Well, we're still struggling to find a church to call home in this whole mess. We have been attending a church regularly, and we've been making some connections, which is a big blessing, but it is just, it's been so hard. Nobody wants to come up and shake the hands of the newbies at church. Hello, pandemic. We have a amazing neighborhood. The kids have made a lot of friends. Distance learning was looking like it was going to go through the end of the year, but then they shocked us all and decided for the last 6 weeks to bring the kids back. However, we made a really hard decision to keep the kids home. As much as I hate every second of this distance learning for them, I also have to admit that it's been a huge blessing. I don't know if I could have done, especially those first couple months of my pregnancy, without the kids home and helping. Through all the chaos, work has been such a huge blessing. The partnership between my husband and his best friend has just been going so great, and I am just loving seeing my husband truly thrive for the first time in a really long time. Phew, okay, we ripped the Band-Aid off. We did it, guys. Now that I've given you our major life update, let's see if we can get back to some regular posts. My life feels kind of like a stranger to me right now, but I'm working on getting it back step by step. So I need to hear from you. I want to know what you want to see more of here in 2021. Do you want to know more details about our move, about our pregnancy? Do you want to hear the birth story? Are you missing some of those cooking segments that I was doing previously? You gotta let me know. So leave me a comment down below and let me know what you're wanting to see more of at This Domesticated Diva, because let's face it, this channel would be nothing without you and your support. So thank you so much for being here, especially if you've been around for a while and you came back after my hiatus. Like, I just appreciate you so much. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you back here soon.